Hey Cancer, welcome to your September 2020 love reading. This is going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Venus. I know a lot of you like to check out your Venus sign when it comes to love and romance. Now, real quick, my darlings, if you're sick and tired of love readings, you don't even know why you clicked on this love reading, I just want to remind you guys that every single week I do a weekly forecast for each of the zodiac signs where I focus on everything but love. Okay, so we're talking finances, career, spirituality, healing, all that good stuff. So if you're sick and tired of love readings, check out the weekly readings. This is the monthly love reading, so we're doing love here. Alrighty, my dears. Oh, well, your first card here is you have the Emperor, and it says father here. Okay, so there could be like father energy, father figure. There could be, you might be stepping into that fatherly kind of energy yourself. If you're masculine, if you're feminine, you may be attracting a father or manifesting a father if you've been thinking about having family. Or if you've been wanting to manifest a family, that could be something that you're manifesting here, because the key word here is father. However, the Emperor card is a very, very deep card, right? Like any of the other tarot cards, it's going to have a lot of different layers to it. And if you're familiar with my readings, you know that I always say, if you have a major arcana card coming up, then you're coming into a new chapter in your life. You're coming into a very significant, like, life-defining period. And when I'm doing a love reading and a major arcana card comes up right off the bat, it tells me that this is someone that you have a contract with, that you guys made an agreement, that you were going to meet in this lifetime for a specific reason. Okay, now we're gonna see what your other cards are to get a better feel of what that contract might be, because the other cards will be our defining cards to help us understand more exactly what this Emperor means for you. This could be a divine masculine for some of you, stepping into divine masculine energy and attracting a divine masculine, or attracting a divine feminine, or being in your divine feminine energy, attracting a divine masculine. There could be a sense of like completeness or healing here, like reaching a very high level of healing and manifesting a very healed partner. It can also indicate a very independent relationship, okay? Because the thing about the Emperor, he can be very loving. He can be someone who shows affection, but he's also someone who needs space and who needs time to themselves. So they're always going to need just a little bit of distance. So the Emperor would be the opposite of something codependent. Okay, so maybe some of you are wanting to manifest that in your relationship or in your love life, where like you want the relationship, but you're also wanting space, you're wanting freedom, you're wanting to have a life outside of the relationship. For me, an emperor-empress relationship is that kind of vibe. You guys have the connection, but you also have your own lives outside of the relationship. So that could be something that some of you are manifesting at this time. So we're going to see what the other cards have to say and what energy that they're bringing us. Well. The next card here is Six of Trees. Alrighty. There could be a sugar daddy energy here in the midst, Cancer, for some of you. Maybe some of you are playing sugar daddy. Maybe some of you are manifesting a sugar daddy. I don't know, you know. But here is this energy of Six of Trees, which in traditional tarot is going to be Six of Pentacles. And so this is an energy of giving and receiving. It's an energy of generosity. Okay, so you might be manifesting somebody here who's very established, and somebody who maybe they might be very generous, right? Emperor is someone like Emperor. This is not their first rodeo. Emperor is someone who's been around a while. They're going to be somebody who's street smart. They're going to be somebody who has built a solid life for themselves, a solid foundation for themselves, and they might be generous towards you. Okay, some of you might be getting involved in a relationship with someone who's not just your romantic partner, but somebody who might even be kind of like mentoring you in life, or mentoring you specifically even in business. There could be a business connection here for some of you. Some of you might be having a temptation kind of situation at work with like a supervisor or a boss. That can be a slippery slope. So I'm not telling you to go for it, but that could be the dynamic for some of you. If you are a masculine Cancer, or if you identify as masculine and you tend to date, females, women, feminine energy, this could be also you're kind of stepping into this energy of where you're making it very clear in the relationship. Here are the ways that I am expressing my love or affection. Here is my love language, but here are my requirements as well. So it could be where you're like, well, I'm doing these nice gestures, or I'm doing these things for you, right? And that should be reassurance for you, but keep in mind that I also need my time. I also need my space, right? It can be, this could be the contract. Maybe some of you don't want that, but this could be someone who's kind of like trying to teach you all that, love can be real and there could be a solid connection with somebody, but you all don't have to be conjoined at the hip, but there's a sense of generosity here, like a giving and receiving. So if you are someone where you have found in relationships you're always giving and you're not getting anything back, this is someone who's giving, specifically in material matters. Okay, like if you have found yourself in situations where you feel like people kind of want to be with you because they're looking for a free lunch, like not just to be takers, but specifically around money. I feel like you guys are manifesting a relationship here where somebody's also contributing financially. Like it's not all on you. Yes, so that's an energy here. The next card here, Cancer, for you guys. Ooh, this is cool. This is really cool. Okay, now I'll tell you why. Even though it's not the Chariot card, we have here the Moon, right? And Cancer, you guys are associated with the Moon, right? You guys are very closely tied in or connected with Moon energy. I don't want to use the wrong terminology. I'm not an astrologer. And one time I said ruled by the Moon and somebody like had a meltdown. I please forgive me. I read intuitively. I'm not an astrologer, but this Moon card and the Moon energy is connected with Cancer. So even though it's not the Chariot card, I consider this to be a Cancer major arcana card. And for me in my readings, when a major arcana card comes up that's connected to your zodiac sign, it's telling me that you have power in the relationship. You have more power than you realize. And that's interesting because the Emperor is also a very powerful energy or powerful card. So I feel like what's happening in your love dynamic in September, Cancer, there might be some grumblings in terms of the dynamic of power in the relationship. But at the end of the day, you have more power than you realize. So you might be kind of standing up for yourself and setting your boundaries, right? And that other person is standing up for themselves and setting their boundaries. And there may be a negotiation, okay, if we're going to stay together, this is how it has to be moving forward. This is what I need. And the person might be like, okay, all right, I hear you. And here's what I need, right? So there could be some kind of defining of, I'm sorry, I talk with my hands. I know it could be distracting sometimes. I'm gonna move my hands back. I'm sorry about that, guys, but I can't help it. I talk with my hands. So there could be something here in terms of setting boundaries. So what this is telling me is this is a significant soulmate, and the contract here is about you finding standing up as an equal, right? This could be a really dominant person, but they also care. They care about you, and maybe they don't realize that they're being so dominant, right? And maybe it's you, Cancer. Maybe you have Aries or Scorpio placements. Maybe it's you. Maybe you're real dominant, but there's this person either way standing up, and there's I feel it like a negotiating. There's an understanding each other. The Moon card is also about tapping into your intuition, allowing your intuition to guide you. It's a card of also overcoming your fears. So if you have had fears about speaking up about how you feel, because you've been worried about, oh, well, maybe this person's going to hold my emotions against me, or maybe they're going to try to use my feelings in some way to turn things around on me, or to like manipulate me in some way. I feel like you've manifested a partner, or you're going to manifest a partner where spirit is giving you the space to get over this fear by having an open dialogue, by having an open discussion and saying, you know, here's what I appreciate, but here's what I need, and stepping into your power. Okay, for some of you, not for all of you, because this is a general reading and it's going to apply in different ways. Some of you may be attracting a romance, because I do get like this underlying energy here for some of you where it kind of feels to me like a forbidden love. So when I say forbidden love, like I said, it could be an employer or a supervisor or a mentor. It could be that you're in a relationship or they're in a relationship or both. So there could be circumstances here where you feel very drawn to this person, right? There could be a very strong chemistry, but this person is here to kind of mentor you and teach you to like be in your power, right? Like you might be attracted to them because of their power. Like you might be seeing them as like really powerful and really sexy. But really, Cancer, what you have to understand, my darlings, is that this is what we call the mirror, right? Anything you see in other people is what you have inside of you. And it works positive ways and it works in the not so positive ways, right? Like you might see somebody and you cannot stand that person. They drive you nuts. Well, the reason why they're driving you nuts is they're holding up a mirror to you. And one of two things is happening. Either you're seeing things in this person that bother you about yourself, that you feel guilty about, or that might not be the case. The other thing might be this person is doing things that are triggering old wounds. They're behaving the way that like a parent behaved or a sibling behaved or an ex behaved, and you haven't quite healed from what they've done. So when you see this other random person doing these things, it's triggering the old wounds, and so they're holding up the mirror and showing you where you're hurt. Now, in the positive aspect, when we see somebody and we're like, wow, that person is so creative, or oh, wow, that person is really intelligent, or oh, wow, that person is really powerful, it's the same concept. That person is holding up a mirror to you and you're seeing a part of yourself, okay, with every person that you encounter. And so I feel like this is the relationship where you are finally making the connection. You're finally realizing, wow, you know, I do have power. I do have, this badass energy. I do have, something to offer here, right? So there's like a confidence in overcoming your fears, overcoming insecurities. Your next card here is 5 of Angels, okay? And so what it says here, the keyword here, it says withdrawal. And that I really, really love the fact that the creator of this deck used that keyword here, withdrawal. I love it. I love it so much. If you watch my readings, you've heard me talk about the 5 of Swords. Okay, 5 of Angels is going to be the same as 5 of Swords. And if you're one of my regulars, you've heard me say when 5 of Swords comes up, you're dealing with a situation where you're getting triggered, okay? And so what you need to do when you find yourself getting triggered, maybe this person is very confident, maybe this person is very strong, and they might be doing things that make you feel like they're not taking what you want into consideration. I'm just giving an example. It could be a million different things. When you find yourself getting upset, instead of going off on the person, or instead of just, being like, you know what, I'm done with them, I'm never talking with them again, I'm going to block them, instead of doing that, take a moment, take a step back and write out, just try to journal. Just try to journal about, what did this person say or do? How did it make me feel? How did it make me think about myself? Or what fears did it make me believe about myself? Who else in my life has made me feel that way before? Why do I think the person that made me feel that way before, like what do I think might have been going on in their head, or what might be some of the reasons why they behaved that way towards me? And then lastly, you're gonna write, how do I choose to feel and believe about myself instead moving forward, right? So if you wrote, oh, this person did this and it made me feel really stupid, right? So when you get to the part about how do I choose to believe about myself moving forward, I choose to believe and see myself as an intelligent person, right? So I'm just giving an example. So just go ahead and like write all that out. By the time you do that, you should be feeling a lot better, and you should have a very, very clear idea of what the behavior was that you're going to need to change, or like you can't tolerate that behavior. And you're calm, you're not emotional, and you can go in and you can have the conversation in a very calm, logical way, where this person can't be like, oh my God, Cancer, you're just tired, you're just in a bad mood, you're just really emotional, you're just having a bad day. Like, they can't dismiss it. They can't dismiss it as, oh, well, you're just being emotional, because you're calm. You're calm, you're speaking very logically, and you're just like, here's why, this maybe is not so acceptable, or here's why this is something that, we're going to have to work on if we're going to stay together, or if we're going to be in a relationship. So it's allowing you to express your feelings, to make it very clear to the person what you need, like how things are going to change, or how things need to change to move forward. And to resolve the situation peacefully. So instead of reacting, where you're just like, oh, I'm going to give them a piece of my mind and blah, 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 right? And they're just like, whoa, they don't even know why you're going off on them. And they kind of feel like, okay, well, you know what? You feel like, you're just having a bad day or something. Or the other extreme, where we're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they did that. I'm going to block their number on my phone. I'm going to go on social media. I'm going to block them on social media. I'm never talking to them again. And oh, they really have it coming. Instead of reacting in those two extreme ways, just take a step back. Just step away from the situation, write it out like I said, and then when you have processed it all, you can come back and you can have a very clear, very mature, very logical discussion that they really can't argue with, right? When you're talking to somebody very calmly and you're presenting facts, in a very calm way, it's hard for them to turn the tables on you. And it's hard for them to accuse you of being sensitive. How are you being sensitive when you're being very calm and you're stating facts, or you're stating your views? How is that sensitive, So like they say, an emotional argument is a failed argument. You can, overcome that and not have to worry about that. I feel that this is a soulmate that's giving you the chance to work this out, and to come into your power, and to realize your power, and to feel like, what, I can stand up for myself and still be loved, right? Or I can stand up for myself and be respected for that, right? It's not like you have to stand up for yourself and have somebody cut you out. Maybe that's what happened to you in the past. Maybe you were raised in a way where it was like, don't you dare speak up against me. Don't you dare disagree with me. And this is a relationship with someone who kind of likes that. Oh, okay, well, I kind of like that feistiness, So it's allowing you to step into your power. All right, Cancer? So hopefully that's helpful. You may want to check out your moon sign or rising sign, or your Venus sign. A lot of people swear by their Venus sign when it comes to love readings. If you're not sure about your planetary placements, you can definitely go to the, oh my gosh, I drew a blank, Truly Divine. I have their info in the description of the video. They're a really cool astrology site. I had a really positive experience with them, and I've recommended them in the past. And they've been super cool to offer you guys 30% off with the Angel 30 discount code on as many reports as you want to do. So if you want to get your natal chart analyzed and find out what your planetary placements are and how, like, what that means, like have like an analysis of what that means, explaining it to you. And then if you want to get another chart done for like love and relationship compatibility, if you're trying to figure out like somebody else's chart and how those things might affect the relationship, you can use the discount as many times as you want and as many reports as you want. So I'll have that linked in the description, because I'm not an astrologer, and I know a lot of people like to get into astrology, and I'm not going to try to guide you guys in a subject that I don't know a lot about. I don't want to do that. But if you want a card reading from me, if you're looking for an intuitive card reading, you can click on the Calendly link and schedule a private reading with me through Calendly. Alrighty, my darlings? And don't forget, every month I give away a free 30-minute reading on my social media, Amethyst Angellight, Instagram and Facebook. I post the card of the day with a daily message. I post a fun little pick a card game there every single day. And then at the end of the month, I just kind of go through the comments and the likes, and I see who's jumping out at me. And one person wins the gift for the month. Every month there's a gift that I give away, and the other person wins a free 30-minute reading. So I do those giveaways every month. Or if you just want to check out the daily messages, be sure to be on the social media. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Don't forget the weekly reads, guys. Take care.